Blackwood Manor stood tall, imposing. Its stone walls whispered secrets, dark secrets. Generations knew its name, feared its legend, a place of shadows, a place of dread. The manor had stood empty for years, abandoned, desolate until now. The Grayson family arrived, unaware of the darkness. They were hopeful they would soon learn. Blackwood Manor forgets nothing. John Grayson, the patriarch, he sought a new start, a fresh beginning for his family. Linda, his wife, loved the manor's beauty. Their children, Emily and Ethan, felt the chill, a sense of unease. The first few days were normal, peaceful even. Then the whispers began, softly at first, barely audible, growing louder each day. The whispers seemed to come from the walls, from the shadows. They spoke of pain, of suffering, of something sinister. Emily, the youngest, saw it first, a fleeting shadow, a figure in the darkness. It vanished as quickly as it appeared.
"I saw something, Mom, a shadow in the hallway."
She told her parents. They dismissed it, children and their imaginations. Linda, while exploring the attic, discovered a loose floorboard. She had always been fascinated by the old house, with its creaky floors and mysterious aura. The attic, in particular, held a certain charm, filled with forgotten relics and dusty memories. Curiosity got the better of her. She pried it open, her heart racing with anticipation. What could be hidden beneath the floorboards of this ancient house? She had heard stories of hidden treasures and secret rooms, but never truly believed them until now. A hidden room lay beneath, dark and dusty. The air was thick with the scent of age and neglect. Shadows danced on the walls, creating an eerie atmosphere that sent shivers down her spine. It was as if the room had been waiting for her, untouched for decades. A single wooden chest sat in the center. It was old and worn, with intricate carvings that hinted at its age. The chest seemed to beckon her, urging her to uncover its secrets.
"What is this? A hidden room?" Linda's voice echoed in the confined space, filled with a mix of awe and trepidation. She couldn't believe her eyes. This was the kind of discovery she had only read about in books.
Inside the chest, a journal. It was bound in leather, its cover cracked and worn from years of neglect. The journal seemed to pulse with a life of its own, as if it held the very essence of the past within its pages brittle with age. Each turn of the page was a delicate operation, the paper threatening to crumble under her touch. The journal was a fragile link to a time long gone, a window into the life of someone who had once called this place home. The words, scrawled in ink, they told a story of love and loss, of dreams and despair. The handwriting was hurried, as if the author had been racing against time to record their thoughts. Each word seemed to carry the weight of the past, a testament to the life that had once been. The diary of a former resident, a tale of horror, of a malevolent entity, the Shadow Man. The entries grew darker, filled with fear and desperation. The author spoke of a presence that haunted the house, a shadowy figure that lurked in the corners of their vision. The Shadow Man, they called him. A malevolent entity that brought terror and despair. Linda felt a chill run down her spine as she read the final entry, a desperate plea for help. The journal ended abruptly, leaving her with more questions than answers. What had happened to the author? And was the Shadow Man still here, lurking in the shadows, waiting for his next victim?
Emily's nightmares started suddenly. The Shadow Man haunted her dreams. He whispered her name softly, cold breath on her neck. She woke up screaming loudly. Her parents couldn't comfort her at all.
The whispers grew louder, more insistent. The shadows moved faster, more menacing. The Graysons couldn't ignore it any longer. Blackwood Manor was changing them, corrupting their very souls.
One night, John saw it, the Shadow Man, tall and gaunt, eyes that burned with an unholy light. John felt a cold dread grip his heart. This was no figment of imagination.
John tried to convince his family to leave, to escape, but it was too late. Blackwood Manor had them. It wouldn't let them go, not alive. The entity's power peaked on a stormy night. Rain lashed the manor, wind howled like a banshee, the whispers became screams. The shadows danced with manic energy. Emily vanished, taken from her bed. John and Linda searched frantically, their cries echoed through the empty halls. The Shadow Man awaited them. It had plans for them all. fleeing into the night. The air was thick with tension, and the only sounds were the rustling leaves and distant thunder. The family knew they had to keep moving no matter what.
Emily, Emily, where are you? John's voice echoed through the trees, filled with desperation and fear. He couldn't lose her, not now.
John found Emily by the old well. She was shivering, her eyes wide with terror. The ancient stones of the well seemed to whisper secrets of the past, adding to the eerie atmosphere. The shadow man stood beside her, its eyes blazing. It was a figure out of nightmares, a dark entity that seemed to absorb the very light around it.
Get away from her, John shouted, his voice breaking. He could feel the weight of the shadow man's gaze, a cold, unrelenting presence.
John, driven by desperation, fought back. The rain poured down, making the ground slippery and treacherous. Every move was a struggle, but he couldn't give up. He managed to distract the entity long enough for Linda and Ethan to escape with Emily. Linda clutched Emily tightly, her heart pounding as they ran through the forest.
Run, Ethan! Don't look back! Linda's voice was urgent, filled with a mix of fear and determination. They had to get to safety.
They fled into the storm, leaving John behind. They didn't look back. The storm raged on, lightning illuminating their path sporadically, casting eerie shadows. They could hear his screams, then silence. The forest seemed to hold its breath, the only sound the relentless rain and distant thunder. Blackwood Manor had claimed another victim. The old dilapidated building stood as a silent witness to the night's events, its dark windows like eyes watching the fleeing family. The legend of the Shadow Man would continue, and the forest would remember. Haunted memories. Memories that linger in the corners of our minds, refusing to fade away. They are like shadows, always present, always watching. The Graysons tried to move on, to forget. They packed their belongings, left their old life behind, and hoped for a fresh start. But some memories are not so easily left behind, but the memories haunted them. The whispers followed them wherever they went, echoing in the silence of the night. The shadows seemed to have a life of their own, creeping into their dreams and their waking moments. The shadows lurked at the edge of their vision. They were always there, just out of sight, but never out of mind. The Graysons could feel their presence, a constant reminder of what they had left behind.
Mommy, I still see him. The Shadow Man, he's always there, watching me. I can feel his eyes on me, even when I close mine.
It's okay, Emily. It's just your imagination. There's nothing there. But deep down, she knew that wasn't true. It's just a bad dream. But the nightmares were too real, too vivid to be just dreams. They were memories. Memories that refused to be forgotten.
Emily never fully recovered. The fear, the anxiety, it stayed with her, a constant companion. She grew up, but the memories grew with her, becoming a part of her. She still saw the Shadow Man in her dreams, in her waking hours. He was always there, a silent observer, a reminder of the past that she could never escape. Blackwood Manor had taken a part of her. It had taken a part of all of them. The house, with its dark history and its secrets, had left a mark on their souls, a part of them all. The Graysons would never be the same. They had tried to move on, but the past had a way of holding on, of never letting go. The memories, the shadows, the whispers, they were all a part of them now, forever. The manor's grip. Blackwood Manor still stands, silent, watching, waiting. Its presence is undeniable. New families have come and gone, drawn in by its beauty, trapped by its darkness. The whispers remain, the shadows still dance, never ceasing. The Shadow Man still lurks. Blackwood Manor forgets nothing. It forgives nothing. Its grip is eternal. It waits for its next victims, always hungry for more. A legacy of fear, the legend of Blackwood Manor lives on, a tale whispered by the wind, a story that chills the blood, a reminder that some places hold on to their darkness and some horrors never truly die. The Graysons are gone, but their fear remains, a testament to the enduring power of Blackwood Manor, a place of shadows, a place of dread, a place where nightmares are born.